What stuff do you really need to get your first baby from place to place? To find out, pick up a copy of Sane Parents Guide, Baby Movers. This new ebook offers tips and advice on strollers, car seats, mobility systems, and traveling with babies and children. Available on Amazon and Smashwords. Brought to you by DadLabs and Baby Bjorn, two of the most trusted names in the baby care business.
Today in the lab, we're reporting from the source of rumors that front carriers may actually be bad for a developing baby's hips and spine.
That's right, today we're coming to you from left field.
We're actually here at the Dell Diamond, home of the Roundrock Express, because this is a perfect venue for an outing with a baby in a front carrier.
Exactly, with the guy riding up front, instead of in a bulky carrier, you're not gumming up the aisles and the stands or getting in people's way at the hot dog line.
And your hands are free to help with the picnic gear.
And at 4 to 6 months, when the baby can turn around and face forward, you can share the finer points of the game, like why the umpires are totally blind.
But are front carriers actually safe for a baby's hips, spine, and business?
What do you think we're going to say? Yes.
Now we know we're not the most objective reporters on this subject. We love Baby Bjorn, we've worked with them for years, and we believe in the safety of their products.
So do the research yourself. Go online. There's not a single medical report or any science at all that links these front carriers with problems in developing spine, hips, or genitals. Nothing at all. Millions and millions of babies have been carried to happy, healthy childhood in a Baby Bjorn carrier.
But don't take our word for it. Hear it directly from Dr. Amanda Kelly of Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital.
There's no medical evidence at all that suggests that carrying a child in a front carrier increases their risk for hip dysplasia. One of the things that I love best about Bjorn is that they've been in the business for so long. And so while even their first carrier is terrific, they have gone through multiple different carriers just to make sure that every little thing is perfect, and they have the more experience than just about any other company that I'm aware of. There's no evidence that any of the modern day carriers, the backpack or front pack type carriers, are dangerous for any part of the body. What we do know is that traditional Native American means of carrying the baby on a flat board with the legs next to each other increase the risk for something called developmental dysplasia of the hip or hip problems. But the front pack carriers like the Bjorn that allow the hips to be in a flexed position or whatever position the baby wants them to be in because they have free range of motion of their hips are perfectly safe for the hips. And there's no evidence that being carried in a baby carrier causes any problems with the genitalia or the spine or anything else. We haven't seen, really even, we don't see a lot of injuries from kids falling out of carriers. They, as far as we're concerned, are quite safe. The front position carriers allow the hips to be in that good flexed and abducted position, but also allow the child to move their hips around. So if they become uncomfortable in a certain position, they can move their legs and their hips and their knees so that they can be in a more comfortable position. And so we want parents to carry their kids as much as they can because we know that will help them bond. And then we want parents to be using safe carriers that are easy for one person to take on and off. We want them to pick carriers where they can reassure themselves that the child is breathing, where they can see the child and make sure they know the child is in fact breathing because we want to protect the airway. And then we want them to pick a carrier that's comfortable for them and that they enjoy using and that other family members enjoy using so that lots of people can carry the baby because, again, grandparents like to carry the baby too. And so we want a carrier that everybody is going to feel comfortable with and will adjust to a variety of different body sizes and types so that everybody is comfortable playing with the baby.
Boo, you big baby!
Like boo birds at a ball game, they're still sniping out there. They call it the Baby Bjorn crotch dangler or the parachute position. Sticks and stones, bro. Show me the evidence.
Plus, it's just not nice. Something critics often talk about is a condition that sounds a little canine called hip dysplasia. Now, this is a condition that happens when the hip joint doesn't fully form around the ball. It's frequent with premature babies like my own. He had hip dysplasia. The treatment is fairly simple. They put babies in a harness that keeps them in a frog squat position with the legs at 90 degrees to the hips. Now, critics misunderstand this and think this must somehow be the perfect position for carrying the baby at all times. That's a mistake. It's a little bit like saying the best thing for your heart health is to constantly shock yourself with defibrillator paddles.
It has been shown that certain types of restrictive swaddling, where the baby's legs are kept together, can actually promote hip dysplasia. But this is not an issue with the front carrier.
Particularly a baby Bjorn, where they've got that freedom of movement.
Yeah, they move around.
Now, the CPSC, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, did issue a warning in March of 2010 about the use of slings. It had been shown that with infants in a sling, it's possible for their airway to become compromised, to tragic results. So if you're going to choose to carry your infant in a sling, make sure to do your homework.
And at the end of the day, we think baby wearing is the bomb. And although Hollywood's tried to turn it into a sight gag, we hear some ladies think it's sexy.
That's right, but different babies are different. That's why there's so many different types of Baby Bjorn front carriers and so many other brands out there. Find the one that's right for you. Keep your receipts, try it out, pay attention to your child, which is what's so great about that front carrier. Get one that's right for you and take it out to the ballpark.
Thanks so much to the Roundrock Express, and thanks to Baby Bjorn. That's all for us here this time in the lab.